Hello and welcome to another video review. This is going to be of the Elder Scrolls Arena for the PC. Many of you may be familiar with the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind or the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, which are both excellent games, although Morrowind is the better of the two. And there was also Elder Scrolls 2 Daggerfall before Morrowind. This was the very first Elder Scrolls game. Now Bethesda has released this game for free, so you can get it from their website. I'll put a link in the video description for it, if you're interested at all. Well, the first Elder Scrolls game I ever played was Morrowind, so I was missing out on a lot, I thought. So I got this one off of their website, and I started it up in DOSBox and on my old computer. And it's very, very different from Morrowind, and especially Oblivion, because the system is just totally different. Now, as you've seen, the opening sequence gives you a little backstory to the universe of the game and the times in general. And now I'm going to go on to create my character. After the first story sequence, you get to choose which way you want to create your character. Now there's the generate or the select options, whereas select is just select a class, whereas generate asks you a series of questions, and based on the way you answer, your class is generated for you. When you pick an answer using A, B, or C, it sends a bolt of lightning up into the sky at a different location. Left is for thief type characters, middle is for mage type characters, and right is for warrior type characters. And you can get a huge mix of the three and end up having different classes, say battle mage, knight, barbarian, as you'll see I'm going to end up as, because I'm speeding this up. So and now I'll name my character Thorax, because for some reason I just thought that would be fun. It then comes up with a map of Tamriel where you are to choose your race. I'm choosing Nord because they seem to make very good barbarians. And then it will tell you to different recommendations for your character depending on what your class is and what your race is. After that you get to the stat screen where you're to distribute your stat points, and I'm going to disregard what things said and choose strength and agility because agility helps your hit chance. It then tells you to select your face, and then you do so, choosing whatever you think looks great. Then it goes to another story sequence where it introduces you into what you're going to be doing here. I'm going to speed up that process so you don't have to suffer through it. So here's the game. It looks promising. You got mouse control, everything. The problem is, it's not so great when you actually start playing it. First issue is the controls, which are a nightmare to get used to, because, well, the combat system just sucks. I mean, it's a great idea, but it's very, very badly implemented, and the item system is horrible too. To move, you have two options, the arrow keys or the mouse. I use the arrow keys because it's easier for me. And you click on doors to open them, you click on items to pick them up, and I'll show you the combat system in a minute because I won't have much of a choice. As you can see, I just drew my sword, which is sitting at the right side of the screen. To attack, you have to hold the right mouse button down and move the mouse around, and creates various slashes, stabs, etc., which gets really, really awkward sometimes because you'll just be flailing your sword madly because you can't hit anything. You can loot the bodies, of course, and the only time you know when you've hit something is when the blood puff comes out. On the bottom left you can see three colored bars. The third one is empty, but the first one, the green, is my health, the red one is my stamina, and the third one would be my spell points, or magicka as it's known in the Elder Scrolls universe. And as you can see, I'm pretty much getting annihilated by goblins and rats of all things. Now this is why I do not like the game. It will kill you no matter what. The enemies, and now the copy protection. What's the cost of orc strength? Well, something screwed up while I was looking for it, because it changes to what's the cost of cross-poison. Now, considering there are only 2 spells in the game which have the word poison in them, cure poison and resist poison, I thought it was cure poison. Apparently it wasn't, so it quit the game on me. Now, if you can see what I just typed in DOS, it says ARG. That pretty much sums up my experience with this game. I was frustrated to no end. When I finally got to the first city, I died in the first few seconds I was there. And then it's next to impossible to find your way around unless you are magical, because the map system is horrible and everything looks exactly the same. Now, as much as I want to say that this game is excellent, it's not. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Elder Scrolls, especially from Morrowind and Daggerfall and Oblivion. Now, while I never actually owned the full game of Daggerfall, it was way better than Arena ever was. Now, Morrowind was good, and Oblivion was good, but they don't compare to Daggerfall. Daggerfall is just the best of the entire series, so I recommend playing that. And, of course, playing Morrowind and Oblivion if you get the chance. But if you, unless you really are interested in it, pass up on Arena. It'll just frustrate you to no end. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.